Hey there friends, and welcome to another video. This video is a bit of a tutorial and a showcase of the mods on my Minecraft server. First off, here's a little list of the mods that we do have on the server. Teleportation items mod, Origins mod, chat rank colors mod, Forsaken Odyssey mod, and the more structures mod. All of these will be linked in the description if you do want to download them. First thing when you load into the server is this menu. Here you will pick an origin and a class. Origins heavily alter gameplay, and I'll go into that a bit later into the video. Next, after reading the rules, go ahead and open up this chest. In here, you're going to have a list of the mods once again, as well as this TP menu. You will get this TP menu. Now, if you do lose this for some reason and get rid of it, and also get rid of this other one that I also have, you can go ahead and type in the chat and just put tpi.item, no spaces, all lowercase, and then you will get another item. So if you ever lose yours, you can go ahead and do that. Simply clicking the item in your hand brings up this menu. Here you can send a request to others and accept them. Send out a request. It'll have a list of all the players on the server when you click submit. You can also accept your requests here, as well as see what requests you've sent out. You can also type tpi.bed and tpi.spawn to return to the spawn as well as your sleeping location. Now this mod also adds a lot of different structures and mobs as well as some new biomes. But before we get into that, we're going to go over the origins a little bit. Now, I wasn't able to put all of the origin stuff in this one video, so I'm going to be doing a separate video just because I didn't want this video to be an hour long. There's 17 origins ranging from small changes to very large ones. Some can even make you spawn in the nether, like the Blazeborn. First off, in the top right corner, you'll see these 3 dots. This indicates how much of a gameplay impact each of these is going to have on your game. So, for example, the Feline has 2, and the Elytrian has very low gameplay impact. Now, it's always important to make sure to think about what you want to be before you accept, because it is very hard to change it, and you won't get the opportunity to very often on the server. Now, if the particles for whatever class you have are bothering you, you can go ahead and go over in your hotbar. You see this little chest all the way out to the right. Going over to it, you can press that little cog. It shows X for PlayStation, but it's actually the square button. On other consoles, it is also labeled incorrectly, I believe, so just press each of the face buttons until you figure out which one's the correct one. Here you can click the idle particles to turn off or on those particles, and now you don't have to worry about it. Here you can also click this reset player. Doing this should fix any issues with your class and origin. You can also leave the game, which should also fix any sort of bugs with it. If you wish to change your origin or class, you can do so using the Orb of Origin and the Resignation Paper. The Resignation Paper will let you change your class, and the Orb of Origins will let you change your origin. All you have to do is left click with them, and then you'll have the option to use them. Now, these can't be crafted, but I'll be doing events and have been doing events where you can earn them, and I'll be putting them in each month's YouTube member kit as well. Now, because there's so much to go over, I'm making a separate video going over all of the origins and classes, which I would suggest watching, but for now, there's a lot of fun combinations you can do. Using the Rogue class and Inchling origin, for example, makes you tiny, and your name tag won't appear, which is great for sneaking around and demanding sugar from people. Alright, well, I have all of the mobs that are in the mods set up here. First off, Warthog. We've got some skeleton foot soldier people. This overgrown Troot, weird little guy, only attacks you if you attack him. These mushroom things, lumberjack villager, zombie brute, I think is what it's called. Yeah, brute zombie. Queen spider. Here, this is a crypt crawler, very freaky looking. Got a weird little face. Then we have a pillager wolf. I think this is like the rat king or something. Rat cursor. He turns normal rats into cursed rats, like this big rat with the red eyes. You got a squirrel. There's something missing here. I'm going to go over the ones that despawned in a minute. I'll have to re-get those ones out. Glowbird, those spawn in caves. And I think you can tame those. Then a ethereal knight. This is a, what is it called? Giant moa. Then you have a illager pirate. This is a scorpion, normal rat, desert scorpion, and badlands scorpion. And then this is a cave scorpion right there. So these 2 are the smaller ones, then you have the bigger one and the biggest. Now, these golems, all but that big one, you can tame using an enchanted emerald. You get enchanted emeralds by defeating this guy over here, which is a enchanter apprentice. These things will attack you, but if you use an enchanted emerald on them, they will become your pets, basically. I'll actually go ahead and do that. There we go, enchanted emerald. There's that one. They kind of change their design a little when they get tamed, so. Now, this one is a elder golem, and you cannot tame it. Then there is a... This guy is a trapper pillager. You can actually trade with him. Not sure exactly how you're supposed to trade with him, but you can technically. Then we have the cubes. I think that's what they're called. Yeah, sand cube, snow cube, and a mud cube. Then we have a decayed zombie, which can spawn with a bow and a sword. So you can kind of get some variety there. A crate trader. If I haven't already, I'll go over the crates in a minute. Then we have this guy, which is a mossy skeleton. These guys will also like randomly just sit down. I'll see if I can get one of them to do that. Or none of them's gonna sit down since I said that. Oh, there you go. That one sat down. There you go. About 50 skeletons and one of them sat down. Then you have this guy, which is a... Let's see. I can't remember what this is called. Okay, this is a forest wisp. You can catch these by using a jar and then use it as a light block. And then it also drops enchanted dust. I don't know exactly what that's used for. Then we have these guys. What are they called? Crystal mites. There's a quartz one, a amethyst one, and then a rose quartz one. Jellyfish right here. A moss sheep. A haunted scarecrow, I believe is called. Baby spider. I think this is called a clerve. Yeah, a clerve. A mummy. Enchanted apprentice. He also, that enchanted guy, he will spawn cursed books like this and they will attack you. But there's a chance that it spawns an enchanted one, which when defeated will drop an enchanted book. Then we have a skulk walker, I think. Yeah, skulk walker. A clam, a sparrow. This is a cave wolf. I'm not sure if you can tame that. Let's actually go ahead and I will test that. Bones are natural. I'm stupid. Okay, you can tame a cave wolf. Or you can try to. It takes a lot. Okay, but you can apparently ride it once you tame it. So, I believe they are hostile until you tame them. Then you have fireflies. What's this guy? Mycelium? Cave dweller. Then we have these minor skeletons, which also do the sit-down thing. I went ahead and put all of them down just because I think that they're very cool looking. I like their designs, and they will also drop each of their type of items. So like this guy, it's going to drop some emeralds. They'll also spawn in with like helmets and stuff. Then we have this guy. This is a corrupted wood corpse. These guys are wandering collectors. They'll each be a collector of a different kind of thing. So like this guy wants acacia leaves and spruce leaves and stuff like that. They also do this thing when they get attacked. I don't think it actually does anything, but it's something. I think each of the colors designate a different kind of collector. This isn't all of the types of collectors. You can also get, like a brown one. I know there's a red one. Yeah, there you go, a maroon one. This is a magma golem. Similar to the elder golem, you cannot tame it. Then you have this guy, which is a forest guardian and a cave. Or is it a dire bat? Yeah, dire bat. But this guy is a forest guardian. I think he spawns in when you break down trees. Now, there are a few more mobs that I'm gonna summon in that can't be... This is kind of chaos right here. I'm gonna fly over here. I put those on top of the arena for some reason. That tree's on fire. But a few other of the other mobs can't be spawned in by an egg, so we're gonna summon them in, including, yep, you just saw it correctly, Herobrine. Okay, well, Herobrine will spawn in randomly, and he will also, you can use a Herobrine block to summon him, that you can find underground. he will attack you and then say it has only just begun, and then he will make some possessed villagers and cows appear, which will also attack you. He basically one-shots you until like full iron armor, I think. Here's a lumberjack house also right here. But I'm gonna go ahead and bring in the other mobs that despawned. This is a ghost. These guys, they're ghosts. They're gonna take fire damage, so hold on. I think they actually can spawn here, yeah. So this is like a little graveyard, and then there we go. Now there is both the decayed zombie in this mod. Well, they're separate mods, but then there's also the enraged zombies. I think these guys just do some extra damage and such. But that's all of the actual like mobs. This isn't what they... I'm not going to go over what each of them really do. I mean, you can assume which ones are and are not hostile by appearance, basically. I think that the night guys, they're peaceful unless you attack them first. But yeah, this is also just chaos right here. But I don't think I've gone over the crates yet. So I'm going to go ahead and go over that, because around the world, you're going to find little crates like this. With these crates, you're going to be able to use you can use a flint axe to open them. So hold on, flint. Now that's just made how you'd expect to make an axe with flint. And then you just pretend you didn't see that. You just, you know, break it open like... Oh, no, you left click. Okay, hold on. Yeah, you left click and it pops it open. If you don't have a flint axe yet, you can just break it still and it'll drop. Now, then there is also diamond crates and iron crates and gold crates and I think bronze crates. Now, each of those you're going to need a corresponding key. So like diamond key for a diamond crate. And you can get these throughout the world. I've also been doing some events with giveaways with that. So like you'll get better and better gear based off of that. Now I just broke into a random house and I put down all of these special armors that they have for this mod. Now first off you have the copper, the bronze, the, what is this one? Tin, what is this? Brass, and the zinc. They all give you, I think, between diamond or iron. So like the brass gives you 3 for the chest plate. Zinc gives you 2.5. Copper 2.5, bronze 3, and tin 2.5. Now I really like how all of these look. On the actual video, for some reason, they look a lot not as good, but in actual in-game they look really good, and I really like the designs. I don't know. Whoa, what? I don't know what the point is in having all of these, because they kind of seem kind of unnecessary to have all of them. I would say at least get rid of like 2 of them. Maybe get rid of these 2 and then change this to be called 10, because I like the look of that one better than that one. Because I feel like 5 new ones that are all kind of similar armor level is unnecessary. You can't do the armor trims with them either, so of course similar to the actual armors, you do have the different tools for it, which are about what you'd expect for like the swords, the copper 5 damage, between 5 to 7 damage total with all of these. Now, with the actual other weapons in the mod, we have a blazing staff, which, if I can aim it correctly, it sets the ground on fire, sets enemies on fire. You get the point. There's a wooden club, which is mainly used by the cave dwellers, the dripstone club, and magma club. All of those do about the same. I think the magma club does set mobs on fire if you didn't have a billion strength like I do. Anyways, the ocean staff, I believe... What does the ocean staff do? Am I dumb? No, it does something. I remember it doing something. It doesn't seem to be doing anything, but I could have sworn it did something special. But the rat cursor staff, I don't know if it actually does anything special or if it just does like a normal attack damage, but there you go, it exists. A scorpion gauntlet. You can make this from something that the scorpion drops. I'm gonna just drop all of this stuff. I'm gonna leave everything around this area. So if you come on the server and you go around here, about 10,000 blocks in 20,000 blocks from spawn, you can find all that stuff. Now, there are also some custom trees for this mod, not mob. For example, orange leaves, orange trees, apple trees, lemon trees, pear trees, cherry trees, but actual cherries this time, apple trees, which obviously just drop normal apples, and peach trees. I think that's all of them. You can find them in little bunches like this. Now, the apple trees actually, they can drop golden apples also. So that is a pretty useful thing if you want to try and find some of those. You can get some golden apples. Now, a bit of an issue with the mods is that the custom foods can crash the game. It's specific to each custom food. For example, I know the coconuts, bananas, pears, none of those crash the game. But lemons, for some reason, crash the game. There's a bunch of custom apples that all crash the game. So be careful if it crashes the game once and you're on the server. You know, maybe just don't use it again. Or if you're having one of these mods on your own server or just a custom world, don't do that. You can eat ectoplasm that drops from ghosts. Also crashes the game. So just be careful. Now, there are also a lot of custom blocks. I'm not going to be able to go over them all just because of how many there are. But there is a lot of stuff. Soul Lantern, Jack-o'-lantern, Jar of Forest Wisp. You can place that down, make it a light. That's what I was talking about earlier. You can make a lot of bundles of stuff in this mod. For example, you can make gunpowder, flint, charcoal, blaze powder, books, grass, vines, ferns. You can stack them together, bamboo, sticks, which really helpful for just setting up a campsite or whatever you want to build. Very helpful stuff to have there. There's a lot of drinks. I don't know if any of these crash the game, but they're just basically an alternative to normal foods. All of these different foods are in the game. Lots of different stuff. I really hope that this gets fixed, the crashing stuff. But what kind of sucks is that it's not really a mod thing. It's apparently just something that is Mojang. Like that, for example, did not crash my game when I did it. Or did it? Also, for some reason in creative, they don't crash the game when you eat them, I think. Hopefully that all gets fixed. There are a lot, and I mean a lot, of custom structures. There's no way for me to find them all and be able to show them all. But if I just go into game mode spectator and flew under the world, you can see that there are a lot of structures. For example, this one, which is just a little mob spawner, or down here, this is where I believe the Elder Golem spawns. There's a whole bunch of little caves like that. There's a really cool type of cave, actually. Oh, here's the Herobrine spawner I was talking about. There is one type of cave that spawns a lot of the miner skeletons, which is really cool. I like a lot. But I think that's basically everything. Copper golem thing. There's a lot of other smaller stuff, like there's different sized amethyst geodes added in this mod so that they won't all just be the exact same, as well as other types of geodes. I really like it a lot. There's also some custom biomes, which I am going to try and find at least a couple of, just because that's kind of something that's a big deal. The structures, find them for yourself, but I want to find at least a few of the actual different biomes. So I'll be right back after I find a couple. So first off, there is a altered and improved swamp biome with different types of mossy stuff. It also makes this green hue, which is really interesting. The world generation right here, this is pretty close to the spawn, so some of this was loaded in before, which is why it's kind of choppy right here, where you can see where the normal swamp would be in the modded swamp. This is where you see mossy sheep and stuff up here. But there's also, I'm gonna go find it, I know where it is, a custom jungle variation, which I know for a fact where that is, so I'll be right back with that. So I found one. This is kind of, once again, this part is very close to spawn, so some of it's messed up. But these are the overgrown jungle biome, is what I believe it is called. This is where you're going to find these kind of guys, these little guys that I showed earlier. What is this? Lush grass tall. Huh. So, yeah. I don't know what's all in the mods because there's a lot. But yeah, there's a lot of different stuff. There's also a few different other biomes, which I'm going to just throw up some pictures on the screen because they're pretty cool, but I haven't actually been able to find any. For example, I know that there's a like crystal underground biome, as well as like a dead forest, which is really interesting. But yeah, I will be doing a separate video for all of the, I will be doing a separate one for the Origins mod, just simply because I couldn't fit all of it in this, and I feel like this stuff kind of is a little important to have, more so than the Origins, just because you can read up on the Origins yourself, in the game. There's also these custom, like, palm trees I forgot to mention, but here they are. Separate video for the Origins mod. Gonna have that out as soon as possible. And yeah, that's it for the video. There's not a lot else to say. Oh, also subscribe and like the video because it really helps, and also leave a comment because that also helps for the algorithm. So thank you. Also, this is cool. I like this. This is a cool little structure. Links to all the mods and stuff in the description. Goodbye.